Latest update on Gans. Earthquake 149 dead. Economic losses reach 500 million yuan on December 18. The devastating 6.2 magnitude earthquake struck Jishin County in Gansu Province with its epicenter located between Gansu and Ching provinces. CCTV reported this as the most severe earthquake disaster China has seen in 9 years. The quake led to the collapse of over 200,000 buildings in Gansu Province, with an additional 15,000 at risk of collapsing by the 22nd. The death toll had risen to 149, with nearly 1,000 injured and 2 people still missing. Approximately 145,000 people have been rendered homeless, according to the Vision Times. The economic damage from the earthquake reached 500 million yuan, around $70 million, as the severity of the disaster has raised questions. The local government attributes it to a thrust fault rupture. Earthquake with a shallow depth of only 10 kilometers in the geology is characterized by soft sedimentary rock. The situation was further worsened because many locals reside in homes constructed from mud, bricks, and wood, which increased the earthquake's destructive power despite prior claims of poverty alleviation. The earthquake in Jishin County, once one of Gansa's 23 extremely impoverished counties, has laid bare the ongoing poverty. In 2019 and 2020, the authorities announced significant reductions in poverty, but the aftermath of the earthquake has exposed the harsh reality. Images from the scene show many homes made from loose clay. An article by the WeChat public account Uncle Bing Chats highlighted that in the disaster zone, the living conditions of some victims are still reminiscent of the 1980s and 1990s, or even the 1950s and 1960s. Netizens have expressed outrage, questioning what kind of houses are these, made entirely of loose clay. How are such structures supposed to withstand earthquakes? Where did all the government allocated funds go? A 77-year-old person on subsistence allowance spoke to Beijing Youth Daily, saying if not for this earthquake, no one would have realized how impoverished we are here. At Sign Network, journalist who visited the area reported finding hardly any houses that hadn't collapsed or were without cracks. The village heads of China Village and Hinshanaya Village mentioned that about 80% of the houses in these areas are now unlivable, impacting over 1,000 households in total. This report by Sign Network, which drew public attention, was censored by the authorities. Amidst this, there are external conjectures that although Gansu Province's economy is predominantly agricultural and pastoral, it is also suspected to be a critical site for China's deployment of nuclear weapons and nuclear power facilities. Canada Goose donates 2,000 down jackets. Netizens worry that Gansu disaster victims may not receive them on December 21st. Canada Goose, a well-known Canadian apparel brand, announced on their official Weibo account that they have teamed up with the Shanghai Charity Foundation to donate over 2,000 down jackets and other items for the Gansu disaster-stricken area. They stated that with our humble contribution, we aim to support the earthquake-affected area in Gansu and face these challenges together. According to reports, Chai Shanghai Trading Company Limited, Canada Goose has donated a total value of 25.8 million yuan, about $3.6 million, comprising 2,000 down jackets designed for high-altitude, extremely cold regions and other cold-resistant supplies to assist the earthquake-stricken areas. Images shared online show the down jackets from Canada Goose, which appear to have already been delivered to the earthquake-hit areas in Gansu. This news has sparked active discussion among mainland internet users. Numerous people are questioning whether these costly jackets, price around more than $1,400 each, will truly be distributed to those affected by the disaster. There's a prevalent belief that local leaders and their families will be the primary recipients. Some even mock that. Don't worry, there won't be enough for the leaders. Some express their anger that Canada Goose is criticized for not understanding China's national conditions. Do you think they are foolish? This is for the government to see. As for who gets them, they don't really care, but some debate that not foolish at all. They want to expand into the Chinese market. Of course, they'd want the officials to wear Canada Goose first. Some netizens further draw parallels to international aid to Gaza. Not a single one of these down jackets will reach the actual disaster victims. This kind of aid is actually aiding the thieves, just like the United Nations aid to Gaza. It only really helps Hamas terrorists.